Guys, from Hosim, this is the Mojako. I'm not exactly sure how to say that, but this is a rather large 1/8 scale truck, and we're going to go over some things. Now, I do want to say they did reach out to me, and I did agree to do this video. This video will be as honest as you can ever imagine. There are some things that I've seen on it that are, well, before I point those out, I want to tell you guys, I've worked with some companies, and it appears that Hosim is really trying to step it up. And there's going to be some missteps along the way. But this right here shows me that they've really got a drive and desire to really step into this market and make something happen. So with that, I do want to point out they got a nice big body. As far as size of this vehicle, it is on par with the Max Slash and also the Team Coralie, the Shiroi truck. So it is on par with that with size. It's true 17 millimeter wheel hexes all the way throughout. The tires, they may or may not have foam in them. I'm not entirely sure about that. But they're also kind of small, which will help the driveline, which we're about to get into. So looking at the driveline of this, it's got a real 1/8 size motor. Beautiful. The ESC looks to be a version of a Hobby Wing. They call it the Rocket, but everything on here is 6S compatible. The transmitter is what you would expect from Hosim, which is pretty normal for them. Their style transmitter, it is one hand capable, so that's nice. The overall construction of the vehicle is really solid. So the bumper system, man, I tell you what, that's going to hurt. But the bumper system is really solid on this thing. They've got nice bracing all the way across the chassis, all that. The underside of this, there is a mix of plastic and aluminum. So that's kind of an interesting thing that they've got there. They've got the skids front and back. The arms look to be the same front and rear as well, which makes it easy for if when you break an arm, you just gotta, or like, two, and you can fit everywhere on the vehicle. So that's kind of a nice feature. The shocks are a little bit different. The ends on the shocks are like solid. The spring clip retainer is built into the rod end. Very solid design on the shocks. So very solid design on that. Now, as far as some of the things I've seen on here, okay, and let's talk about axle shafts. When you look at these axle shafts, they kind of remind me of like chrome vanadium. Basically the things that you would get at like a Harbor Freight for your tools and all that. Over time, if this truck does them well at $500, they're going to upgrade all of this stuff. We've seen this with other companies out there as well. They listen to you, and okay, we need to up our steel quality. We need to up this, up that. So looking at the materials used, the axle shafts, in some cases, a lower grade metal is fine. Look at cast iron. Cast iron is actually relatively brittle, okay? But there's a lot of big machines that are cast iron because they beef it up the size and all that. And that's kind of what they did here on this one. Now, the pinion spur gear at the diff appears to be a good quality steel. I haven't been into the axles. I probably should open them up, to be honest with you, but I'm just simply going to run it. But hopefully the driveline holds up as far as durability over time and all that. These small, relatively small mild tires will help the driveline survive. Less traction, less rolling, diameter, all that stuff like that. It does have lights on it. It has a nice skid on the body right there. So hopefully the durability factor of this, as far as the time frame, you pick this up, you go out there, you drive it. Yay, I got a good run in it. It's fantastic. By the time you go drive it 6 or 7 times, you may have a different story of it. So wear patterns, all that stuff will be something to look at on this. I'm not going to say it's going to be an issue. Maybe perfectly fine. But it is something to consider with this truck. But they are really trying to get into this market. So if they get into this market and this truck is at least mildly successful for them, I mean, it's available on Amazon right now, you can expect better things out of them. I do feel the truck itself is going to be decent. We are going to take it out for a speed run, and I'm going to hit the big jumps with it because the batteries are charged. 6S XT60 plugs. I'd rather have those be XT90s, but we'll go with that. Batteries are charged. Radio has got batteries in it. And, you know, I think it's time for us to take this thing out, see what it's got on speed, and we're probably going to hit some of the jumps with it. Let's go. Okay, so you guys saw the parts and pieces, which is actually pretty nice to have. So we're going to give it a little punch here. I do got the Garmin on it this time. Wow. That power comes on pretty darn smooth, I got to admit. So I'm going to do a little bit of steering trim and see what this thing's got. And we are ready to go. In that bag is a speed pinion. It is not on it right now. As you can imagine, I really like to get a box stock run here. So let's just see. All right. All the shadows make things difficult to do, but all right, stay on the road. Not too bad. God, it's going to be hard to see on camera. My trim's still a little bit to the right on it. But let's just see real quick. Cool. So it does say 60 miles an hour on the box. 47 like this. I'm going to adjust that trim a little bit more. Okay, so let's give this thing a shot here. Maybe it's a little bit better on the tracking. Now I think it's going to the left. All right, let's see what we got here. And I'm on the left side now. Great. Dude, this thing is really stable. I'm really impressed. I mean, it's holding the straight line. I am very pleasantly surprised. Oh, come on. Never mind. I drove off into the ditch. It is an off-road truck anyway, right? All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so yeah, 46 miles an hour right out of the box with the stock pinion gear. That is actually not bad at all. You can actually see the front end unloading a little bit there. All right, just checking the brake. So the ESC, when you're going in reverse and you hit forward, it hits the brake and then comes in. Well, you know what time it is. Time to go back to the Exoplex and let's go hit some jumps. Dun, 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 dun. We're back at the Exoplex. Oh! Barely cleared that. There we go. Gonna start with the easy one right here. Let's just get an idea how loud this thing is gonna be because I think it's gonna slam really hard. Oh! Now that wasn't too bad, but I was also kind of in the sand over there. Well, that may have been a really good landing for it, but it is a good chassis hit right there. I expected a little bit more height, to be honest with you. Oh, 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 my God. Is it? Oh, oh, I did get some damage. Oh my God. That was brutal. Oh man. Okay, so looks like chassis is okay. I mean, I see this. I can just push this. Oh. Really? It just pushes down? Apparently it isn't bolted in. It's just pushed in. Dude, that was brutal. I don't know why I tried to do the backflip thing, but well, actually that popped it right back out straight. Oh wow, that was horrible. So overall, I think it survived pretty well. Yeah, that brace just popped out. So this time I'm gonna hit it again, but I'm gonna try to land it correctly. Was brutal. Ugh! That was not a good correct landing. I don't exactly know how, but those side landings are some of the worst. Holy moly! Uh, hey, huh? That was impressive. Wow. Okay. Dudes, it wants to backflip, but it doesn't quite have the tire mass to do it. You know? All right, so that brace bent in again. Oh, no. No, it didn't. It's just, oh, the bumper's up out here. There we go. All right, one more big jump. Dudes, that's wild. That was not a good jump. All right, let's see here. Maybe the batteries might be going. Everything is still there. Everything is still... Dudes. Dude, that's awesome, man. I gotta tell you, let me put that body under here. You know, the darn truck did great. All right, let's go put it up and look at it again on the table and wrap this thing up. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I drove it in, and we've been in the shop now for maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute. This is surprising. I expected it to be a lot hotter than that. Oh, this right here came completely out. It is threaded, but that did not hold. But dudes, I got it. I'm telling you what, man. That was a brutal run. You know, guys, this thing did great. Really stable on the speed run. I've got the big pinion in this. It's just a couple of teeth more, but we're going to give it a shot. But man, that lawn dart from way up there, I mean, the body is still in really good shape. I mean, dude, this thing really took a beating. So I did not expect it to live like that. This right here came loose, but that just means that this thing just really absorbed really hard. I mean, heck, dude, that was a big drop right down on it. There's nothing broke anywhere on the truck. The side hit when it came down like that, that's one of the worst hits you can have. Everything is still solid. Guys, they built a tank. They really did. This thing's a beast. On the I did put it on the dirt track a little bit. Handling was kind of bad, but that was because these tires just aren't quite what they should be. But guys, this thing is actually pretty darn tough. Duration, longevity of it is still to be determined with gears, gear wear, stuff like that. But dude, as it is right now, I have no complaints at all. This thing actually did good. So I'm going to go and charge the batteries back up, take it back out, and give it another speed run with the bigger pinion gear. And I guess we're going to probably hit that big ramp again. Dude, that was amazing, man. I mean, maybe with the bigger pinion gear, it can zip that backflip. Anyway, guys, check that description. Use those links. I'll link this up down below. You guys have a great day. And you know what? I got a feeling that we need to keep an eye on Hosim. I mean, look at this wiring thing. How cool is that? I got a feeling we need to keep an eye on Hosim. Hosim Fefa, whatever the name is. They may be about to break loose with more big stuff, man. That was actually pretty cool. Anyway, guys, check that description. I'll link it down below. You guys have a great day. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see. Also for channel memberships, if you guys want to be a part. Channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So, guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.